going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But you guys, our week 8 matchup here for the NPA. The Minnesota Vikavolts are taking on the United Kingler and coach Professor Willow. If you guys want to check out their channel, it is in the description below. We are sitting at 5-2 and in the thick of a playoff race here in the NPA. And if you missed our team builder, that is also in the description below. You should totally check that out and see what sets we're running, why I'm bringing the sets I'm bringing, and also what I predict our opponent to bring, which you can kind of see on the screen. And if you want to pick up a Vikavolt shirt, of course, they're looking pretty sweet. Those are also in the description. So many things down there, so just check it out. Why not? Otherwise, hit that like button. 1,500 likes would be amazing if you guys are hyped for the Vikavolt. And our question of the day today is, what shiny Pokemon do you think looks the best out of all the new Pokemon that were revealed in Sun and Moon? For me, I gotta go with Vikavolt. It's on the team right now. It's making its season debut today, so you gotta show some love for the mascot. Hopefully, it can put in some work. It looks like it has a pretty good matchup this week, so that should be pretty sweet. But I'm gonna get connected with Willow here. We're gonna get this match going and hopefully pick up another W. Alright guys, we are connected here with Willow, and we're going to get this match going. Let's find out exactly what Willow is going to be bringing. I feel pretty confident in seeing the Latios, the Diggersby, the Gyarados, and the Torkoal. I think a Doublade and Alomomola could definitely come as well, but we're going to find out right now whether they're going to bring some funky stuff. And we are going to pretty much nail it. No Doublade, but Chatot instead, so not too surprised to see that, actually. I had a feeling that Chatot could come. I mentioned it in the team builder because I do have a bit of a weakness to flying type Pokemon, but otherwise in terms of leads here, I could potentially see a Diggersby lead if it's Scarf, Torkoal lead maybe. Let me just make a note here that there's no Doublade, instead it's Chatot, which is fine by me. I did bring Goodra. I do have, you know, especially offensive Necrozma, so that's pretty good too. I kind of like my Necrozma lead here for a couple of reasons. Allows me to set up Stealth Rocks, which could be really useful. So I think I'm going to lead Eclipse. If they lead Diggersby, though, that could be a bit annoying, considering I take a U-turn. But let me just double check that calc on like a Choice Scarf Diggersby going for U-turn on Necrozma. It does a good amount, but we do have our ability, so I don't think they're going to lead Gyarados. So, and if Gyarados does lead, we'll have to make a pretty quick play out there. But I do like my Eclipse lead here, especially if Latios leads. So I'm going to just rock with that. I feel pretty confident in that. Let me think through real quick. But I feel pretty good about that lead. Getting my rocks is going to be really important. 3 Pokemon on this team are weak to rocks, and just kind of whittling down the team is going to be crucial. And if we force that Torkoal to Rapid Spin, that's fine. Getting off that 75% on that Torkoal, or getting it down to 75% with Stealth Rocks is going to be pretty important. And again, a lot of our damage calcs rely on us just getting a tiny bit of chip damage on certain things, for things like Mach Punch from Infernape to be more effective, and so on and so forth. So I think getting up our hazards is a good way to go about this beginning part of this match. Of course, it will reduce our answers to Latios, but if something goes wrong here. But I think that Necrozma matches up pretty well. I know we can take the hits from the Diggersby if we have to, so as long as it doesn't, you know, with our Prism Armor and stuff like that. So we'll see what he's going to lead with. We're going to see Shipwrecked as the first Pokemon, and that is going to be the Gyarados. So just straight up leading with Gyarados here. So that's going to put us into an emergency situation here. We're going to have to immediately switch out into our Shaman right on the first turn of the match here, which is not what I wanted to see. But we just have to. There's no other option here. I have to switch immediately into Shaman. So gotta give him props for leading with Gyarados there. We're gonna go right into our Shaman right off the bat here. Not even gonna think about it. I have to go into Shaman. So we'll go right into it. It's our physically defensive Pokemon. If he sets up a substitute, that's fine. I can Seed Flare. Sets up a Dragon Dance, is fine. If he goes for Crunch, I know I can take it. So here's the Mega Evolution. I was very surprised to see a Gyarados lead. Definitely probably hard predicted my Necrozma lead there, so I almost led Infernape too, but there's the Mold Breaker. We'll see what we're going to see here. Dragon Dance. Now we're going to see a substitute, so we see the Sub Gyarados. Not surprising to see that. I had a feeling that Sub Gyarados could be brought this game, so we're just going to fire off a Seed Flare here. I got to break this substitute. And I know I could take Crunch all day. We have leftovers. We have ways to take the hits, so we just got to make sure we hit our Seed Flares. That's going to be incredibly important that we hit our Seed Flares. And we are going to go for a Seed Flare. We are faster. This is going to connect very nicely to the Gyarados. That was most certainly going to break a substitute. And we're going to see either a Dragon Dance, a Crunch, or an Ice Fang here. We're going to see the Crunch. Okay, no problem. We are physically defensive, so you're going to see us just eat this up. That looks to be Adamant damage, though. I'm going to just double check that. But that does look like it was an Adamant Gyarados hit, just based on the Crunch damage, or a very high damage roll. I'm going to assume Adamant, though. Now, this is something I don't really want to play with. I think what we're going to do here, just knowing my opponent's team, I think we're best off just going for a Leech Seed here. I could Seed Flare, but I think I'm just going to Leech Seed. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Leech Seed here. We are faster than the Gyarados, we know that. And anything that comes in will get Leech Seeded, so That's okay with us. 75% on the Gyarados, which is good. Again, the lower we get that thing, the better off we're going to be. And getting this Leech Seed off here is going to give us more reliable recovery. We know we're faster than it, so it can't substitute right now. And that'll just give us a little bit more health back with the leftovers, allowing us to take on this Gyarados a little bit better. But here comes the switch, likely in a Torkoal. Here comes Pavarotti, which is going to be, what, the Chatot? Okay, so we're going to see the Chatot come in. No big deal there. We're going to get the Leech Seed. We do connect it. We can get some health back from this Chatot. So that's really good. So one of the things that's really nice right now is Necrozma is able to come in here, and I can break substitutes on that thing. You know, I can break the substitutes with Necrozma. So I don't know what this thing's gonna want to do. I'm expecting a potential chatter here. We could see a nasty plot, but I'm thinking Slime Shady is probably our best bet. So I think I'm gonna just go right into Slime Shady. Yeah, I don't really think Chatot does much to me against, you know, I mean, he could Boom Burst, but most of the time Chatot, and we do get a little bit of health back too, which is nice. He could U-turn here though. That's something we could see as a U-turn. But Goodra should be able to take really any hit from this thing. I don't want to go into Eclipse just yet, so I'm going to go into Slime Shady here. I think that's a pretty safe play. We might see a U-turn though, just for momentum purposes. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a Scarf U-turner. Here comes the Boom Burst, so it's just going to go for the Boom Burst here. We'll see if it's Life Orb or not. That's still going to be Life Orb damage. Wow, that did a tremendous amount of damage. That might even be Specs. That did a lot. That did way more than I thought I was going to do. So now we have to make a decision. Was that Specs? I think that was Specs. Yeah, that had to have been Choice Specs. That had to have been Choice Specs. So we can keep switching around here and try to have something else take the hit, but like realistically, this thing just 2-hit KOs everything. Chatot just 2-hit KOs everything. So I think he's Boom Burst, and I think he's sitting at about 75%. I think he's Specs. Pretty sure he's Specs. So I pretty much have to just let this thing go down at this point in time. Is there anything that I can switch into? I think we just let Slime Shady go down. It makes me sad to say that, but I think we have to. So I'm gonna go for a an Ice Beam here, but we are gonna go down to the Boom Burst. There's not really much I can do about it. This Chatot is a Specs Chatot, and it is gonna knock us out. So Chatot kills Goodra with Boom Burst. So we don't even really get to use our homie there, but I'm pretty sure he's Specs. Pretty sure he's Specs. So this gives me an opportunity to do a couple things here. Steve seems to be a decent switch-in. Rafiki seems to be a decent switch-in. Steve is nice because I know I'm faster and I can knock off, but that gives a free switch into Gyarados, whereas if we go into Infernape, Infernape is a little bit better off because I can go for like a Flare Blitz or a U-turn. Just trying to think of what's going to give me the most momentum here, because I don't think, like, Crocodile going for Earthquake isn't really a good idea. Knockoff against Chatot would knock him out. I mean, I could try to predict the Torkoal or the Gyarados, but that doesn't seem like a good play. So I'm thinking I go into Rafiki here and just U-turn, but if we mispredict, that's going to put us in a really bad spot. That's kind of the hiccup there. But I think I have to go into Rafiki and just trust that this thing is Specs. That's the thing though, if it's not Specs, if it's like Modest and it's not Specs, and it can't be Scarfed. It can't be Scarfed. It can't be Scarfed. There's no way it's Scarfed. So I'm gonna go into Rafiki here. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna switch. So I think I'm gonna U-turn, because I think he wants to keep this thing around. He knows I'm faster than him, and I kill him with any hit here. There's really no reason for him to save this thing when he has so many easy switch-ins to Rafiki. I'm gonna go for the U-turn here. I think that's the right play. He's gonna switch out. Okay, good. Now are we gonna see now we're gonna see the Torkoal coming in. Okay. So Torkoal comes in. No big deal. He's got the Drought. We see that. Was expecting that. And now we're gonna get a U-turn off on this thing. And I've got to see. He's Rocky Helmet Torkoal. Okay, so that's nice to know that he's Rocky Helmet. So that's going to be his main switch into this. Now I could go into Vikavolt here and fire off a mean hit. Let's see here. So Torkoal is Rocky Helmet. This also gives me an opportunity. I could go into Steve. I could go into Eclipse, try to set up Stealth Rocks against him. I don't want to allow that Gyarados to come in, though. That's really the scary thing, is if that Gyarados comes in. Like, we know he's Rocky Helmet. Getting him Stealth Rocks would be really, really nice. I have no switch-ins to Chatot, which is annoying. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I don't think Steve kills with Earthquake. I could go into Vikavolt and do the Gigavolt Havoc now. But that could give him a free switch into Diggersby if I mispredict. So I don't think this is the opportunity for Vikavolt yet. I don't think it is yet. I think I gotta go into Eclipse. I think I have to go into Eclipse here versus Torkoal, because I can go for a Psychic or I can set up my Stealth Rocks, and that would put us in a decent spot. I mean, I can. The problem is if he's bulky Gyarados, that's the thing I'm really nervous about right now. So I think I actually do need to go into Vikavolt. I'm gonna go into Vikavolt. I think that's the right play. So, let's see here. What do I think he's gonna do? Because I know he's Rocky Helmet, and based on where he's at, Thunderbolt could kill him. Like, Thunderbolt just straight up could kill him. Gigavolt Havoc definitely kills him. If I'm Light Orb, then we definitely kill too. So I'm leaning towards just going for a big Thunderbolt here, but I don't want to allow that Diggersby to come in for free. That's kind of my concern. Whereas if I set up an Agility here, we're gonna be in such good shape if I can get an Agility up. But if that Diggersby comes in, that's the problem. I think I need to make a hard read here and just predict the Diggersby on the Thunderbolt. I think that's what I need to do, unless he thinks he can live. If we mispredict this, it's going to be a big deal. So our options are we Thunderbolt and try to kill the Torkoal, or we go for the Energy Ball predicting the Diggersby. Coming in on the Thunderbolt hit. I think this is a tough call. I'm gonna Energy Ball predicting the Diggersby. I hope I'm right. 50-50 call here. 50-50 call here. If we mispredict this, we're gonna be in a really tough spot. But I feel like I need to keep the momentum up in this match. I mean, the other option, it could go into Latios to try to take a hit, but I have the Bug Buzz. Yeah, I mean, I went for Energy Ball. I think that's the play. He's gonna stay in, and that's gonna be a really big play. If we Thunderbolt there, it's a big deal. I think he's gonna Fire Blast. We have to hope for a miss. No, he's gonna Stealth Rock. Okay, so he Stealth Rocks. So we get lucky there. We get lucky on that one, that we were able to take that. So now I don't know if Diggersby comes in. I think I have to just T-Bolt here. Do I think he switches now into Diggersby, predicting the T-Bolt, or does he just let this thing go down? I think I have to Thunderbolt. I'm gonna Thunderbolt. He might think I'm like Scarf too, because I didn't show an item. Alright, we get rid of the Torkoal. That should kill, and it does. Okay, so Vikavolt picks up the kill. Very nice. Kills Torkoal with T-Bolt. So Torkoal goes down. So we get rid of that thing. That was one of the things standing in the way of our Infernape, which is nice. Now what is he gonna bring in? He's gonna bring in the Diggersby. He's gonna bring the Latios. You know, if he's Scarfed, I could take a hit. So that's the good news. I think what I do, I think we just Agility. But if he's Scarf Diggersby, that's the problem. That's where the thing, I don't know if he's Scarf Diggersby or not. And we know he's Specs Chatot, which is just ridiculous. Specs Chatot, it's ridiculous. Thing's a monster. Here comes the Specs Chatot. Okay, so he brings in the Chatot. Can I live a Boom Burst? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I can't. I mean, this thing just kills something every time. I'm pretty sure we're not living a Boom Burst. Yeah, we are not living a Boom Burst. So I have to sack something off here. Which stinks, dude. It stinks, because every time this thing comes in, I have to sack something off. I feel like I need Overdrive still to win this game. So I think I have to go into Eclipse and just let it go down. And then we go into Rafiki here. And we got a Flare Blitz or Close Combat. I think I have to go into Eclipse here. Yeah, I think we have to keep Overdrive around. I need to be able to get Overdrive in against the you know, the Alamomola, set up an Agility and try to win that way. I don't think letting Eclipse go, or Overdrive go down here is the right decision. So something's got to take a Boom Burst here, and it's going to be Eclipse. I think it's the least useful member of the team because we still have a lot of usefulness on Crocodile. So unfortunately, Eclipse is going to have to take 2 Boom Bursts here, and I don't think it's going to. Not after Rock's damage. There's the Boom Burst. And that's going to hurt. Yeah, we're going to be taking 2 of those. It's crazy, man. I knew Chatot could come, but there was nothing on my team that can take the hits. There just was nothing I can do about it. So I just have to sack something off to this thing every time. I'm going to go for the Psychic, but that he's going to just Boom Burst and knock us out. So Chatot kills Necrozma with Boom Burst. I mean, it's crazy. You think of a Pokemon like Chatot, and you don't think it does that much, but then it does this. Okay, so Rafiki can come in here and Flare Blitz. Now that Torkoal's gone, I mean, the thing is like, we don't do anything to Alomomola, like, at all. Steve comes in and can at least knock off, but I don't think knockoff will kill against this thing, but I think that's probably our best bet. The problem is it gives him a free switch into Gyarados. Yeah, knockoff does kill this thing at least. And we are faster by default, so he doesn't know I'm necessarily Scarfed, so I think I have to go into Steve here. Because I think Infernape is just going to bring the Alomomola in. Which might not be a bad idea, though. I guess that's not a huge deal. Yeah, we're going to go into Rafiki. I'm going to go into Rafiki. I'm in close combat. We'll get some damage off in the Alomomola. If he goes into Latios, you know, it's fine. But last time we U-turn, so I think he's gonna either stay in here predicting the U-turn. I'm gonna close combat though. I think that's the right play. I don't think U-turn's the right play here. We have to make sure we kill this thing. Last time we U-turned. So, you know, if he goes into Alomomola, it's not a big deal. That could give me the opportunity to get the momentum into Vikavolt that I need, and then Vikavolt can set up that agility. Now, of course, that Diggersby is problematic because if he's Scarfed, we're in some trouble, which I think he is Scarfed at this point. I think he is, but if I can get Vikavolt to help me pick up like 1 more kill here, 1 or 2 more kills, it could open the door for Rafiki here. If he's not Scarf Diggersby, we can win with Vikavolt. That's really the thing, because Vikavolt after an agility just is out fast on everything. He's gonna switch, probably an Alomomola. Here comes the Love Disc. Okay, so I'm not surprised to see that. You know, pretty much expected it. So we get the close combat off. It does a sizable chunk, actually. It does a good amount. I don't think that was a crit. That did a good amount, though. Do we see a lefties? We don't see lefties on this thing. Okay. So my play here, 1,000,000% is to U-turn. 1,000,000% to U-turn. Just to gain momentum. We're going to reveal that we're not Scarf now, though. But he may switch. He may switch, actually. We could also be like Z Solar Beam or something. Like, he could be fearing all sorts of stuff right now. Like, all he's seen is U-turn in close combat. He could think we're Scarfed. You know, the sun's not up anymore, so we don't have the reduced skull damage. He could also just Wish here and try to get some momentum that way. Or Protect to scout out my moveset. Man, it's crazy how big of a threat Chatot is. It's crazy how big of a threat Chatot is. You know, I mean, we weren't able to get rocks up. We at least know the Gyarados set. But, you know, we're going to basically have to get Vikavolt in and set up an agility, but I'm really thinking that Diggersby is Scarfed, and I'm not going to be faster than Scarf Diggersby. So, you know, that's where the problem comes into play. I just know that. I just know I'm not going to be faster than Scarf Diggersby. So, but we'll see if he switches here, you know. He's going to switch, so he's going to get the Regenerator back. He's going to go into Thug's Bunny, which is the Diggersby. So we'll get some momentum here. We'll get the U-turn off. We'll get some momentum against this thing, which isn't terrible. This gives me an opportunity to go into... this gives me an opportunity to actually go into Crook against Diggersby. We can choose to Pursuit against this thing. We're in range where I don't think Earthquake kills. I don't think Earthquake is going to kill against this thing. But we can at least knock off its item. Like, that could be really good. He's almost in range of... Actually, he might be in range of Mach Punch. He might be in range of Mach Punch, but I don't think that's the right play. I could go into Meadow here. He doesn't have many good switch-ins to me going for a Seed Flare, but that would probably be Latios. I think going into Crook and going for knockoff is a decent play, but it could just result in him U-turning out on me. But if I get the knockoff off, that could really help us out. I could just bring in the Gyarados though. I don't think he brings in Gyarados. Low kick doesn't kill Diggersby. Doesn't really do anything to him. Alright, do I go into Shaman here? I think I go into Steve. I'm gonna go into Steve, I think. The Intimidate is gonna help us out. It's gonna allow us to get off a big knockoff here on anything we want. And if I can get rid of this thing's Scarf, that could be huge. So we get the Intimidate off. It's gonna see that we get the Intimidate off. We haven't seen an item from him, but he's close to Mach Punch range. So now I have to make the decision, do I knock off here? Or do I Earthquake here? I think I knock off. I think getting rid of that item is too important. The problem I'm concerned about is if he brings in the Gyarados on the knockoff, that could be really annoying. But we actually would put him into Mach Punch range, I think. So that's not terrible. I'm gonna go for the knockoff. He's gonna switch out, probably an Alamomola into Shipwreck. That's the Gyarados. So he does make the Gyarados switch, okay. So I almost Earthquaked. We probably should have Earthquaked because we would have 2-hit KO this thing. We bring him down relatively low, but now we gotta go back into Shaman. And this is gonna present a very bad situation for us. That play was huge because now he can just go into Chatot. Now he can actually make a double and go into Chatot if he wanted to. And if he does that, we're in so much trouble if he does that. Yeah, he definitely knew we were Scarf there. Earthquake would have been such a better play, but it's all good. We'll see if he substitutes or if he Dragon Dances here. Shaman comes in. Shaman can take a hit, though. We know Shaman can take a hit. He's gonna crunch, so he just goes for the offense. We can definitely take that. Does a lot, but we can take it. Get some lefties back. Now I can fire off a Seed Flare, which would destroy this thing. We can also Synthesis, but I think the Chatot coming in is pretty scary. And even though we don't do much to Chatot, we put him in range for some of the other things on our team. Like Chatot isn't gonna want to take this, even though we're not like offensive. It's still gonna do like 50%. So I think I just have to Seed Flare, even though the Latios switching is pretty obvious. I like just have to Seed Flare. I think like the Latios switching is really obvious, but like I don't have a response to that anymore. Aside from Crook, I mean, I could double back into Crook and Pursuit Trap the Latios. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a play right now. I think I want to make a double back into Crocodile, predicting the Latios. So we'll see if that works out, or the Chatot, I guess. We'll see what he ends up doing here. We get the Intimidate off, which is nice. We'll see if he switches out the Gyarados. He's gonna switch out, and he's going to the Latios. Here comes Pavarotti. He goes into the Chatot. Okay, so that's okay with me. We make it a pretty good play there, actually. We get ourselves in against the Chatot. He knows knockoff kills him here. Can I Pursuit and kill this thing? The thing is, I don't want to give the Crook a free, or the Gyarados a free switch in, but that's kind of what's about to happen right now. No matter what I go for. Like, we can go for a knockoff, but unfortunately Chatot gets like a free switch in here. Pursuit looks like it kills, or pretty darn close at this range. Knockoff definitely kills. I think I have to knockoff though. But does he go right back into Gyarados this time? Low kick just doesn't do anything to this thing. That's why if I had superpower, man, it would be such a different scenario. I can't Earthquake. I think I have to knock off again. And that could bring the Gyarados in. But if I nail the prediction on the Gyarados and Earthquake, we're in really good shape. 50-50 here again. 50-50 here again. I think I'm going to go What do I want to do? Do I think he goes into Gyarados? Last time he went into Gyarados, I'm gonna knock off. He's gonna go. Is he gonna go back into Gyarados again? Yeah, he goes into Gyarados again, man. Should have low kicked, dude, or earthquaked. I didn't think he would do it again. I thought he would make the play because I did it twice now. I made the same play twice. But now the problem is if he crunches, we're in some trouble. We get a crit there. Okay, so I have to predict the crunch here, and I have to go into Rafiki. I have to. It's a risky play, but I have to. If he waterfalls us, then he waterfalls. If he goes for substitute, I can U-turn, break the substitute, go into Shame and sack it off. If he waterfalls here, then just a good play on his part. He might go for waterfall. It's very possible. He goes for the Dragon Dance. Okay. So we see that Dragon Dance finally coming out. Now, I don't know if he predicts my my Mach Punch, but I have to Mach Punch here or we lose the game. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot I could do about that. We just have to Mach Punch here. But really surprised to see him go back into the Gyarados there that second time. I thought me predicting the Gyarados would be way too obvious. So, Mach Punch is 1,000,000% my play. I have to do it. He's seen close combat. He's seen U-turn. He probably thinks I have Mach Punch. He's going to switch out again. So, into the Love Disc. So here comes the Alamola. So, same kind of thing. I have to U-turn out away from this thing again. We get a Mach Punch off. He knows I have Mach Punch now, though. So that's pretty interesting. And I pretty much have to U-turn out again on this thing. Although we are in a range where I could close combat twice. But we're going to U-turn. He's going to Aqua Jet. So he's got Aqua Jet Love Disc. I think we can live it, though. We do live it, but it's a crit, too. And that crit matters so much because I don't know if we can come in on another Stealth Rocks. We're 12 out of 153. That actually might... yeah, I think that actually just sealed the deal right there. Because... the big difference there was, whatchamacallit, if that doesn't crit, then we can live another Stealth Rock enter, and now we have Mach Punch again, but now we don't have Mach Punch anymore. So what I have to do here is I have to Agility. I have to hope he doesn't switch out into Diggersby, or that Diggersby's not Scarfed. If Diggersby's Scarfed, then we are in trouble. If he doesn't go to Diggersby, I might be able to get two Agilities up. But most likely we are not going to outspeed Scarf Diggersby. Because he's going to be EV... yeah, I think we're... Oh, he stays in. What did he go for? Wish? This could give me a chance to get 2 Agilities up. Mirror Coat. Oh, baby. He's got a berry for me. We can double Agility right now. We're double Agilitying. We are going to double Agility right now and go for the sweep. We're going to go for the sweep. I don't care what berry you have. We're going for it. What does he have? He's going to Mirror Coat again. He's going to Mirror Coat again. You are not taking a GIGAVOLT Havoc, my friend. You are not taking a GIGAVOLT Havoc. I don't care what kind of Love Disc you have. I don't care what berry you have. I'm assuming he's got the Electric Berry. I don't think it's taking a GIGAVOLT Havoc. We're going for it. We got double Agility. Double Agility. This is for the game right here. This is it. I was waiting for this opportunity. I think GIGAVOLT Havoc should kill even if he has the berry. I mean, this is a big, big hit here. This is a big, big hit here. This is coming off an insane special attack stat. Alamola's special defense is pretty weak. I don't even think with the berry he lives. He's gone. Vikavolt kills Alamola with GIGAVOLT Havoc. Alright. It's not over yet. But we one-shot Latios unless he's got bulk investment or a berry. Oh, man. This is going to come down to the wire. Diggersby took a little bit of damage earlier from that U-turn, and that should put him in Energy Ball range. Energy Ball is 95 to 112. So we should have the Diggersby in Energy Ball range. Bug Buzz should one-shot the Latios under all circumstances. Thunderbolt kills Gyarados in 1 hit, and Thunderbolt kills Chatot in 1 hit. The double agility there allows us to outspeed Scarf Diggersby under all circumstances. Here comes Thugs Bunny. He's at a range where I'm pretty sure we can knock him out. He could have Quick Attack, but we should be able to take it at 75%. Our play here is 1,000,000% Energy Ball. Energy Ball does the most, does more than Bug Buzz. He's gonna Quick Attack, so he goes for the big Quick Attack here. That does a lot of damage to us, but this Energy Ball should knock him out. Come on, Vikavolt. Picks up the kill. Sweet. That's what I was thinking. Vikavolt kills Diggersby with Energy Ball. Okay, Diggersby's gone. Alamola's gone. Just Latios, Chatot, and Gyarados left. Vikavolt against Latios. Unless he's got the bug reduction berry, which would be very, very specific. He'd be more likely to run Colbur. We do 109 to 129 to Latios. And he has to pretty much run max speed. Here comes the Skywalker. That's going to be the Latios. I don't think he's Scarf Latios, and if he is, we're faster because we're +4. We click Bug Buzz. I don't think he has the berry. It would be so weird if he had the bug reducing berry. It would make much more sense for him to run Colbur. Bug Buzz comes off. No berry. Unless he's Sash, this should kill. Vikavolt picks up the kill. Oh baby, did we just make this happen? Vikavolt kills Latios with Bug Buzz. Did we just pull this off? We know Chatot's not Scarf. We know we're faster than Chatot. Here comes Shipwreck. That's the Gyarados. Gyarados ain't taking this. It's dark. It's dark and water. We're gonna click Thunderbolt. Did aDrive just pull this off? Did Vikavolt? We keep it in the back for the whole season. Thunderbolt comes off. Vikavolt's gonna kill Mega Gyarados. Oh baby. Oh baby. Did we just pull off the sweep with Vikavolt? Did we just do it? Did we just do it? Oh baby, Chatot. We know Chatot is Specs Chatot. We know Specs Chatot is coming. Did we just do it, dude? Did we just do it? Oh man, here comes the Chatot. I think we just did this, guys. Thunderbolt. I think my man Vikavolt just picked up 6 kills. I think my man Vikavolt just picked up 6 kills. Let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. We were about to lose that match, man. I gotta give Willow all the props in the world for playing like a champ. But we gotta put some work in there. That is what I'm talking about. We found the opportunity. I knew I needed to keep Vikavolt around to sweep this match. I had to get 2 agilities up because I felt like that Diggersby was going to be scarfed just from team preview. We knew that we can set up on the Alamomola, and that was going to be our objective, was to get set up on the Alamomola, and we did that. We got the agility up. We got 2 agilities up, and we were able to sweep with our mascot Pokemon Vikavolt, making its season debut, picking up 6 kills in its first ever match in the NPA. That is what I'm talking about, baby. That is what I am talking about. Hit that like button down below if you guys are hyped for your Minnesota Vikavolts. Feel free to pick up a beautiful shirt of our beautiful Vikavolts here, guys. Let me know what your favorite shiny and Sun and Moon is going to be, and if it's not Vikavolt, I don't know what you guys are doing. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please show some love to Willow and the United Kingler. Great match. They really played incredibly well up until the point where I was able to set up with Vikavolt, but that was our strategy this week. I knew if I can get Vikavolt in on Alamomola or in on something a little bit slower than me that couldn't do much damage, I'd be able to set up those agilities and we could win the game, and we put our plan into exact perfection and swept with our mascot. Doesn't get much better than that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.